If you're like me, you've been watching a lot of crawl space videos, trying to figure out the what for, and well, I think I've learned a few things I'll pass along to you. So, this manufactured home, and it's got this underbelly. Well, at least it had this underbelly. I'm tearing it out. And there was some apprehension at first, like, well, if they made it with this underbelly, like, isn't there a good reason for it? Do I have any right to take it out? And look, maybe it depends on the climate, but I got enough validation from local professionals that it was okay to take it out, and it's been really validating. So, an example is that my ducts here, which I could not see before, were sealed with duct tape. Well, duct tape isn't really meant for ducts because the heat coming through the duct makes this tape all brittle and it stops doing what it's supposed to do. So only by opening up this underbelly have I been able to see all these spots that had holes in it. I turned on the heat, I could feel heat coming out. So I've applied what is called duct butter to these seams here, and this one over here, it had a bunch of failing duct tape on it. Alright, so I'm getting that sealed up there. So I wouldn't known that if I hadn't taken this out. Another problem is that with this underbelly, when there was a leak down there, all the water from the pipes was just going on the insulation and ruining the insulation. So that wasn't good. And you can see this other approach here, right? It puts the insulation up between the joists and uses these things here, these metal things called tiger claws, to hold it up in place here. So now, because all the pipes, I don't know, I could probably find a water pipe. Most of them are down there and on the other side, but they're pretty much around the level of the duct. So now if the pipe blows, it's not going to drip on the insulation. So that was a good thing. I haven't found much mold, but there have been a couple places where I've seen some black mold that, you know, I've been able to spray now. I've been able to treat, which I haven't been able to do with this underbelly. Anytime I try to get around here, I'm just doing a belly crawl because it's so narrow. But you see, as it comes out, I've got, you know, at least an extra foot or so. So now the crawl space, instead of being a belly crawl, is going to be like, you know, actually hands and knees. And, you know, as you can see, this insulation is pretty nasty with rodents using it as a superhighway for so long. So most of this has got to go, and it's definitely required the full hazmat getup. But I think also a few places, not so much here, but a few places I found some like gaps in the floor, maybe where pipes going up or something, where I can put in some, you know, some of that spray foam. Again, wouldn't see it without tearing out this underbelly. And what I found is that anytime a plumber was down here, they'd slash open the underbelly to get to the pipe, fix the pipe, and maybe at best they'd put a little duct tape to try to hold that patch up. But it's like Swiss cheese down here. Anytime a plumber has come, you basically got a new hole in the underbelly with insulation hanging down, and it's just ugly. You know, not to mention all the tools and supplies and stuff that they leave behind. But because they figure that homeowners don't like to come down here and they're not going to check their work, so you just do the minimum necessary. Now another great thing, I haven't really cleaned up this bit yet. It's still kind of nasty, but there are these vents or fans you can buy, right? You screw one on there and it blows air out. So it's a great way to get the airflow going in your crawl space. I also got a dehumidifier and a little pump that can go in the water reservoir that's activated when the water gets up there, and a hose that will pump it out. So I'm going to have a dehumidifier in here, and I'm going to have a fan that's constantly blowing out, and I think when I'm done, it's going to be a lot nicer. I'm just over halfway pulling out this underbelly. It's yeah, it's a tough job. Can really only handle about 90 minutes at a time. I'm completely drenched. My clothes underneath this hazmat suit after 90 minutes. But I was quoted $20,000 for this job. So I'm going to save myself the 20 grand. This is hard work, but it's not terribly technical. And yeah, if I think there's anything else I missed, I'll post something later. But if you've been wondering about taking out your underbelly, it's been very illuminating to see all the work that needs to be done, and vindicating as well. I'm glad I'm doing it. Good luck.